Welcome to Queer Coded Country, where Yeehaw meets Yes Queen.
A podcast about growing up in the South and realizing that it's pretty dang queer. I'm Tucker.
And I'm Hunter. Title holders. If there's one thing that you learned in season 1, it's that we love pageants.
Love.
And pageants might be the most queer coded of them all.
Pretty dang queer.
And if you're new here, title holders, you will soon learn. So what we have decided is that we are going to give a framework for every episode as if it is an actual pageant scorecard.
So, Hunter, what can the judges, title holders, and audience members expect from tonight's episode?
Well, Tucker, I'm glad you asked because we're going to give you the framework of Queer Coded Country and the scorecard and a little teaser of what's to come.
Okay.
So the framework is 10% laughing at things that once caused us trauma.
Like the fact that I felt like my bedroom wasn't gay enough, so I used to sneak out late at night and watch room raiders naked in the living room. Anyway, sorry, Mom, if you're listening. Moving on.
20% realizing things.
Realizing that we were so gay that we couldn't pray it away.
Say that. 20% yeehaw.
Probably having nautical or sports themed bedrooms. Look at us.
Well, say that again. 20% yes queen.
I had a Sharper Image 6-disc changer and I used to choreograph Britney Spears dance routines in there. Hello,
Bitch.
Obviously.
I can't wait to hear more about that. And finally, for the last score, 30%, the precise intersection of where Yeehaw meets Yes Queen.
Well, we were just here, and the fact that you have a tanning bed in your childhood bedroom. I mean, literally, I love that so much.
Okay, well, I do love a tanning bed, and that is the teaser, but because we're back, because we're proper Southern women, just like every episode, how's your mom and them?
My mom and them is doing pretty great because I feel like we are in a full new setup. And honey, we've been working.
Oh,
we've
my
been
God.
working. We've been hanging curtains.
Working 9 to 5. What a way.
Literally.
I mean, literally, I'm already back saying literally.
Yep.
It feels like home. We are so excited because look around at how lucky we are to be on set right now.
Sing that song.
That really had my breath work. But truly, what is going through my head right now is time to let me upgrade.
I mean, that song is perfect for this, but I would love for them to see the behind the scenes of us huffing and puffing and actually trying to hang these curtains.
If you knew what these curtains really looked like, we are fixing them in post.
Yeah. Honey, they look great. Let's just say that.
Honey,
it looks
we
great.
look great.
And I am so happy that we love this new space that we feel in. I feel at home. I feel as if I'm at home. As always with you.
You just said I'm it like Valerie Cherish.
Yeah, exactly.
We've been watching too much of it. But no, we are obviously just tickle pink, as they say. So if you're new here, like, subscribe, watch our YouTube, listen to us on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you get podcasts. Follow us on social media. Give us validation. We do this for validation.
Exactly. Give us a like. Listen. We'd love for you. If you're new, like you said earlier, if you're new here, welcome. Soon to be title holder.
Yes. Binge it.
Yes.
Literally binge it. I'm so excited about the topic tonight.
Yep. Break it down.
Because I was watching I'm Your Venus about the legendary Venus Extravaganza.
Yeah.
A follow-up to Paris is Burning, which we've talked about, which title holders, do your homework. Paris is Burning. And one of the things that just really struck me is the way that this documentary portrayed Venus's bedroom specifically as such a sanctuary.
Yeah.
And it was this contrast of what Venus was experiencing in the outside world, being trans, being marginalized, being attacked. It was all of the things that were happening outside the home and outside the bedroom with the contrast of the safety that she felt in her home and in her bedroom, and specifically with her grandmother. And it was just such a beautiful story about how your bedroom can shape you.
Yes.
And for so many queer people, and especially what was portrayed with Venus, is like, this was the place that she was safe to feel the things that the outside world weren't ready to feel yet or accept, and to explore a world that she didn't know was possible, but in so many ways also knew was absolutely possible. And just that really, really stuck with me. And we started talking about it, and it's like, that is such a queer experience. And it was just so beautifully done. And just to think about the fact that it is now a national landmark.
Yeah.
And the fact that that is rooted in queer history, and Venus's impact lives on. And it just really, really was such a beautiful thing to experience. And then, as we do, we reflect on the queer experience and what that was like for us. And then we started riffing, and we're talking about our childhood bedrooms, and then somehow ended up talking about Hey Arnold and Sabrina and One Tree Hill, from literal queer icon to other queer icons in different ways.
Just like other fabulous bedrooms that we like grew up seeing around us. I mean, I feel like the 90s did it right on like capturing like this character's like bedroom, and it was an expression of their personality. And to your point, like, I think that is like the queer experience, is like, once you shut the door, who do you become, and who do you allow yourself to be in those space? And like, they definitely, like, I feel like a lot of times it was like their inner monologue would come out. So like, that is exactly what we're talking about.
I mean, don't forget the stained glass windows in Sabrina's bedroom. How could you not have an inner monologue in those moments?
I mean, I'm thinking about Hey Arnold and the glass ceiling and the stars, and I just want a jazzy lo-fi beat playing while my inner monologue runs on.
What would your inner monologue say right now?
Why did I do that in 7th grade that one time? Like, literally.
Do what? Jack off to room raiders in the living room instead of your bedroom?
I do have to say, Mom, if you're listening, I am so sorry. That is an experience I had. And you know what? Do with what you got to do.
Yeah. And to be clear, you never said you jacked off. I put that.
Yeah, you're really putting words in my mouth.
Well.
Once again. Season 2, nothing's changed except
here
the
we
set.
Are. Okay, but also, it was so crazy too, because you didn't, again, the whole queer coded country philosophy thesis is things that we didn't realize were queer when we were living them, and our bedrooms were that.
Yeah.
And I remember specifically a bedroom that left its mark on me was Peyton Sawyer from One Tree Hill. And she was like an artist, and she was misunderstood.
I'm already picking up the vibe of what this room could look like.
She would like paint dramatic things on her wall.
Of course.
And one of the things that she put on the wall was "People always leave." And then later on in life, title holder Annie Fulton painted me a little painting of the exact Peyton Sawyer "People always leave."
Oh wow!
Mural.
Title holder. She saw you.
I need to find that. I definitely still have that. Yeah. But it is funny because, again, when we were there, it was just where we existed.
Yeah.
But where we are now, and how we look back on that, and what we felt and what we thought, and like the fact that we were just in my hometown for Northeast Arkansas Pride, which was such an insane full circle moment, to be back in those spaces and to think about everything that we experienced there, from the joy to the sadness to all of the things in between. It's like, bitch, that did make me who I am.
100%. Even if, I don't know, I feel like I really just need to like paint me a picture of like what your bedroom was like in those formative years. Like I want to know what was going on in there, what it looked like, what was your vibe.
Yeah. I'm laughing because So I kind of had an evolution, and this is not the school shooting episode, so I won't go into full detail, but I couldn't sleep by myself for many years because of the trauma from the school shooting. So I had these bedrooms, but I also mostly slept on my parents' floor, but the design was still important. So like my first bedroom that I remember was like set by my parents. It was like green and red, which is very bold. I love.
Can you give me shades? Like, I need to know because I'm thinking Christmas and I just need to know what.
No, it was fire engine red and hunter green.
Wow.
And I don't know if this was a thing in your Southern community, but
do you know what's going on in your Southern community?
It's 10 o'clock. Do you know how your bedroom is painted? The top was green.
Yeah.
And then there was a wallpaper.
Okay.
Just through the middle.
Yeah.
It was sports, trophies, baseball, whatever, which my sister's was Laura Taylor Ashley.
Okay. So you had definitely different vibes.
We were wallpapered, honey. Yeah. And then the bottom was red.
Yeah.
And that's like really all I remember, but it was like very beautiful. I mean, my mom, she was an OG Pinterest mom before Pinterest was a thing. I got
something to say on that.
Yeah. So I started there. Then I moved to another room where it was kind of like similar vibes. There was like, we were a group effort on what it was. Then I moved upstairs.
Okay.
Honey, once I got upstairs.
Moving on up.
It was my kingdom. It used to be my playground. Used to be A League of Their Own. Title holders. Watch it. So the first colorway that I had control of, bitch, primary colors. And I picked out this Ralph Lauren.
So interesting.
I picked out this Ralph Lauren like bedspread, and then I painted all of the walls like orange, yellow, blue, green, like primary colors. It was kind of wild.
Yeah. You have such a strong vision and aesthetic now that it's hard for me to imagine you going primary colors.
I mean, but I was gay. I was trying to find myself. Because that's the thing.
That's part of it.
No matter what, once I took creative control of my room, it was always going to be different than the rest of the house. Like I wanted it to feel unique.
Yeah, totally.
I guess now we're a singing podcast. But so anyway, so that was the first iteration. And let me tell you, it was wild. It was bold. And then sophomore year of high school, I matured.
Yeah.
And I did like a dark gray and burgundy with black and white portraits all over the house or room that Taylor Woodruff, title holder Taylor, had taken in New York City. So I redid the whole room to give a New York City vibe sophomore year because Taylor and I were obsessed with moving to New York City.
That's on manifestation, girl, because where are you right now?
Hell's Kitchen, New York City. On set.
Yeah, exactly.
The new set.
Yeah, on set. No, I feel like I went through so many like wishes and wants to like make my bedroom be like a true expression of myself. And paint color, I think was left up to my parents' choice.
Okay, what color was it?
We were giving khaki. We were giving navy with red accents. I don't actually remember if I had like a choice in the matter or if I like agreed to it, but sailor was my vibe.
Honey, well.
my vibe for many years was sailor. There was a cartographer's map wrapped around in wallpaper on my room. So it was very like.
Wait, but you didn't choose the cartographer's map because that feels a little tuckery.
Okay, so I think it was like, it's like the room gave a little old soul vibes. It was like mature, but like elevated, like a little bit posh.
Yeah.
So I appreciated that because it was such a clear vision. But I inside wanted to have like Spice Girls on the wall, or I really, to your point, like I wanted like posters, like what I thought my vibe actually was. But because peek into my world, I'm such a perfectionist that I felt like the vibe of the room couldn't be disturbed by like a Titanic movie poster. Although boats.
That could have worked. Okay, I have two follow-up questions. One, if you could go back right now and put posters in your room at that time, the nautical theme is gone.
Yeah.
It's not there.
Yeah.
What are you putting up?
I think I am going to say Spice Girls because I wanted to be a Spice Girls fan so bad, but I couldn't outwardly admit it. So I think I would put up Spice Girls for sure. And I was really into movies, and my room was kind of like my media space. Like,
you stupid faggot, your media space? Age 10, my media space?
Well, on my 10-inch TV that I had in there.
10 inches?
Yeah, honey. Great amount.
Just the right size.
Exactly. So I had
slides right in.
I had the VHS tapes.
Oh my God, please rewind. Be kind, rewind.
Oh, I was rewinding Titanic and like all of my iconic films that I loved growing up. But I would just like watch TV. And so I think I would put up movie posters. Titanic was one of them that I would like love because I was so obsessed. And then probably just like, I don't know. I was really into like acting and stuff at the time.
Well, you famously took acting 1.
I mean, hello.
And we see it.
And that's manifestation.
And honey, now we're acting.
Yeah.
One step at a time. One shuffle step at a time.
Shuffle on down.
Okay. So I love that because I was a big poster girly. I famously loved the poster wall at Walmart where you could flip through and find different things. And so it's interesting that you say that you didn't have full control. The bedroom before I got full creative direction I was allowed to put up posters. Yeah. And let me tell you, I had Pamela Anderson from Baywatch.
Babe.
I had Britney Spears.
Yes,
I think there was
Britney for sure.
I think there was a Christina Aguilera one.
Yeah.
Like, I love posters. Like, that was my way to make it my own.
Yeah.
My second question for you is, do you think that having a nautical themed bedroom prepared you for the week in New York City that I can't think of, where all of the Navy ships, it's called
Fleet Week?
Fleet Week!
Yeah.
Oh, Fleet, honey, I'm just thinking about putting fleets up my butt to douche. Fleet Week, thank you.
Yes.
Do you think it prepared you for the city experience of Fleet Week, which title holders, that's when all of the Navy ships come and the men are everywhere.
In uniform, too.
Honey, we love a man in uniform.
Yep.
Do you think that made you gay? And do you think that you're horny for Fleet Week because of your nautical bedroom? Yes or no?
Yes. I think
I knew that's why you were gay.
But it's probably why I do like a man in uniform.
Well, honey, who doesn't?
But because
you're a good boy.
Hello.
Plot twist. OnlyFans launching soon.
God. No, I think like my family was really into like nautical sailor vibe for a long time. So I think they were like, okay, this must be like a good vibe for Tucker because
he's gay.
Because he's gay. Because he's gay, but he's also like not into sports, like not into like hunting and camo really.
But he's naughty,
like,
Cole.
Yeah, exactly.
So stupid. Take me out.
So I think that I was just kind of like down for the ride or whatever because I feel like I knew like if I said I want this to be the vibe, I'm thinking one Spice Girl on each wall.
Oh my God, like, individual portraits of
great?
Each Spice Girl. Which Spice Girl do you relate the most to?
When I was honestly not knowing anything, put me back in 7-year-old Tucker's body, Ginger Spice.
Yeah.
Ginger I was all about because she felt like a little bit of the leader of the group and
she's a leader.
She's a leader. And I don't know, she was always a vibe. But so I wish I had that experience, but we've talked about the physicalities of the room, but like what were the feelings? What was going on in the bedroom?
Well, honey. Well, I was famously tan.
Yeah. Hello.
So it is stupid. Yeah. And this is one of my favorite bits for when people come home and you just got to experience this. But there is a tanning bed in my bedroom. And it was a wedding gift, I think, to my mom and dad. And we still have it and it's still functional. And before Tama let me upgrade to the upstairs room, it was the playroom. So the tanning bed was in there.
Yeah.
And so I was very tan in my room. I had the Playboy bunny. No, I didn't, but I wanted it.
I did. I used to go tanning in like 6th, 7th, 8th grade at the gym that was outside of town, and they had a tanning bed, and I would definitely had a Playboy tan line. Anyway.
And that's why we get dermatology, skin cancer checks, title holders, because same. Yeah. Honey, I was tan and bitch. So in my bedroom, I felt tan.
Yeah.
I also felt really powerful.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a flex, I won't lie, to take over the playroom as my bedroom. And there were these corners. And in one of the corners was my desk, my office, my media center.
Yeah, hello. Your first command center.
My first command center. And I literally remember that I had this like corner desk that was set up.
Oh my God, not a corner desk.
Literally. And it was like a big desktop. And I was just nonstop on LimeWire downloading porn.
Yep.
And also the hits. And I specifically remember,
we've seen those burnt CDs.
I specifically remember one time talking to my friend Jacqueline Maddox, title holder, and I was downloading We Belong Together by Mariah Carey at the same time. I was probably downloading like Sean, Cody, Jocks, Fuck Each Other, Locker Room, Bareback, Hardcore.
Yeah.
Like, and the computer was like, but my bedroom growing up was literally like, it was upstairs. It was, you know, it was the playroom. So I felt alive in there. And it was also kind of like the afties before I knew what an afties was.
Yeah.
And growing up, like my house was the party house.
Yep.
Stacy, we see you. We thank you. And, you know, it was just truly like where everything happened. And it was like a good space for everyone to hang out, similar to the apartment now. Like it's in my DNA to be the host and to have people over and to be like a space where people gather.
Yeah.
And so that was like really the vibe. And there was sadness in that room, to be honest, but there was also so much power in there, even though I don't think the door locked.
Yeah.
And the only bathroom was up there in my room. And I lost some porn behind the like video thing.
Wow, we have to
I was like
recover that.
hiding the porn.
We got to take out a wall, Stacy. we got to do some renovations.
So like
we got to find the mags.
Like my worst memory is that I lost that porn.
Yeah, well, I'm so sorry for your loss.
We'll take the wall down.
Yeah, exactly.
National landmark. Well, once it's the national landmark, we'll take the porn.
And we'll just frame it like as it is found between the studs, because we know all about studs.
Because of these curtains. I also think it was straight porn, like 70s vintage. I remember Full Bush, which I'm still into Full Bush, but like I remember the Bush.
Yeah.
Mama.
I felt you were talking about it being like a safe space, and it definitely was a safe space, because like as soon as that door closed, Britney's greatest hits, My Prerogative, like she came out with this greatest hits CD, put that song on there. God. And I remember choreographing dance routines and just like letting my gay self live. And to your point, like letting me be the person that I wanted to be, or who I wanted to be on the inside, and like now like feel comfortable being that person and like sharing the fact that I would choreograph dance routines to Britney Spears. I was recording music videos doing lip syncs to Unfaithful by Rihanna.
Cause I know that he knows I'm unfaithful and it kills him inside. But also it is like, it's interesting because like you said, like, even though you weren't creative directing, you didn't feel like what you had around you maybe necessarily represented you, but it was still where you were probably shuffle stepping, where you were doing all of these. I was
definitely
things.
Practicing the time step in there.
Oh, honey, what's a time step?
Hop back, flap, step, step.
One more time?
Hop back, flap, step, step.
Yeah, that's great. But it's funny because the other thing that I think about a lot and is that like my personality was formed in that room, but also like all of my early sexual experiences happened in that room.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We both had papas on chairs.
Yeah.
Famously.
Yeah.
And I remember that being like my masturbation chair. I don't know what about it. It was like I would get in and like my legs crossed. I'm like leaning back. I'm just like beating off.
My God.
Like my masturbation chair. Yeah. Iconic. Let's find that. But also like truly like my early sexual exploratory days were in that room. And it's so crazy to think about. Like literally the first D I ever S'd.
Yeah.
Suddenly I'm censored.
No, I liked it.
But do you want to know how I did it?
Not sure.
I
have a feeling you're going to tell me.
I would set a timer.
Yeah.
So I was really good at being like, no, it's not gay if we all do it.
Yeah.
And it was with
okay.
And I would set a timer and I'd be like, well, I'll suck yours for 5 minutes. And then when the timer goes on, you suck me for 5 minutes.
That's ain't nothing. Yeah, right?
And that's like, and then I think about that now.
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa, like that is formative. Like that is so crazy. And like all of these experiences, sorry, Mom. But it's like, you know, like I became who I was as a gay man. Not only through the expression that I got to feel in that safe space, but also sexually. Because let's talk about it.
Yeah.
We all are sexual beings.
Yeah.
And we're going through these hormones. And like we've talked about, there was no guide. There was no one talking to us about it. We didn't have anyone to share that with. So we're like figuring it out in secret in our bedrooms.
Yeah.
And, you know, luckily mine was big enough to house a LimeWire porn hub.
That's what you had. That's Pornhub.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm the founder.
You were the Pornhub.
But it's like, it is so, the bedroom is so important and integral to who we are.
Yeah.
And it's crazy.
Well, I mean, I didn't have really any sexual experiences there because, as I already said, they were happening in the living room where I thought that was clearly a safer option. Which
was the sexual experience.
To be fair, like I was asking Hunter and producer Sammy before, I was like, am I a freak for doing this? And am I going to be perceived as a freak?
But and I love that you were saying that you're a freak for watching room raiders naked. And I just told you that I sucked off for 5 minutes at a time. Baby, you're good.
But the thing, if I didn't unlock a sexual experience in there, what I did unlock was like a gateway to the world. Where like I'm saying, like the media center, like I was watching like all of these movies. That's like I fell in love with like 80s films and like all of this stuff was like on my TV because I was like, okay, like in this room, I can watch what I want to watch and watch it over and over again. And a lot of it did form like my perspective or like my senses of humor or whatever. So it did make me be part of the person I am today, even though I necessarily didn't feel like I could externalize it.
Yeah. What was the most impactful 10-inch viewing experience you ever had?
That would be The Breakfast Club, a John Hughes film.
Oh my God.
I have a question for you.
Okay, I'm ready.
Tell me, like, obviously we were at your bedroom, in your room for Pride Fest. Did you bring anything? Did you like carry things with you throughout your like moving experiences from your bedrooms that like made you feel connected still, like, or what?
You know, I think it was like a moment of regrowth. I can't even use words. Let's be reborn. No, I do think that like when I moved to college, I had the proper Southern like freshman dorm.
Yeah.
You know, Stacy had monogram towels. We had matching sheets. We had like, bitch, we were set up in that room. And then I do think that because I was so connected to New York as a sophomore with the visuals that we never got from Beyonce, but the New York visuals, it was like more iterations of that. But what I'm remembering, I was a resident advisor. The best one around.
Yeah, of course.
Slept with a resident.
Yeah.
And I remember I put a queen bed in there and shoved the twin underneath. So that was like, first of all, cunt.
Yeah,
first of all, power move.
Yeah,
first of all,
truly.
comfortable.
Yeah.
And Spring Awakening played at the Walton Arts Center that year, and I don't know how I got it, but I got one of the big signs, and so my wall was just a poster of Spring Awakening that was like on the street. It was like literally like
in the like at the box office poster or something like that.
No. It was like our step and repeat, like vinyl. It was like outside on campus or something.
Damn.
And somehow I was connected.
Yeah,
and I got it, and then
I got it.
I got it.
Sorry.
Valerie Cherish, everyone. Title holders, if you haven't watched the comeback, please do.
Please.
So I got it, and I had a big screen TV, bigger than 10 inches, not to brag, and a goldfish named Melchior.
Oh my God. Wow, you really were.
Melchior Gabor. And you know what? I took that motherfucking goldfish home in my cup holder for Christmas because I didn't want beta fish. I don't know how long they live alone. And no one was there to take care of it. And then you know who fucking killed it?
Who?
My mother.
Oh, Stacy.
Melchior is gone because of you. And
oh my God.
Her. But yeah, so it was just more that, and then I think like through the years, like when we lived together, it was like photos, it was like collages, it was like, you know, I remember might have been born just plain white trash, but fancy was my name.
I do remember the fact that you had a Beyonce framed photo above your bed.
Well, that my freshman roommate Will Ryan, title holder, gave to me as a gift because of how much I love Beyonce freshman year. I still have that.
Yeah.
It's in my storage unit and I will never let it go. It is iconic. So I was poster girly. The poster wall changed my life. And so I was always expressing in that way, but it was always just like different iterations of what I had with my clear vision in sophomore year of high school.
Yeah, clear vision.
What about you?
I really didn't take anything with me from my like high school bedroom or whatever. I wasn't like holding on to anything, but when I finally did like have spaces of my own, I felt like I could feel my vision come to life and enter my Pinterest mom era where I was refinishing sconces.
Oh my
the gold sconces I had.
I remember the sconces, bitch. Those were I think actually because you had those sconces, I got sconces for my first Chicago apartment. Influencer.
I saw Tucker Travis had sconces, so I got sconces for my bedroom. But literally,
I saw Tucker Travis had 10 inches, so I took 10 inches in my bedroom.
So I was like really trying to like, it was of the era, obviously, like refurbish shabby chic or whatever. And so I was really trying to
I know. I was in the fringe.
Yes, I mean, hello. I was really trying to give, but that was like one of the first times I was like able to like step out of like what I felt was like being handed to me. Yes, and I was picking up the ingredients to cook this time.
Okay, queer-coded cookbook plug coming in.
Yeah, Caesar.
No, but I do think that when we lived together, you had like a very specific identity in your room, and it felt very like powerful.
Yeah.
The tapestry, the headboard.
Yes, I made a headboard.
And honestly, the best photo of you with that headboard I have on my phone, and we'll release it on the OnlyFans one day.
Right.
Under a paywall. Right. But no, I do feel like you... Like, that's the thing, too, is, like, I do feel you have such a unique perspective.
Yeah.
And it is nice to think back that, like, it doesn't matter what the walls look like, if it's naughty or nautical.
Yeah.
Which now, naughty.
Yeah,
we both have naked men on our walls.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's, like, it doesn't matter because it's a safe space.
Yeah.
And it's, like, where we became who we are and continue to.
Yeah.
Like, A House Is Not a Home, Glee. Well, that's not Glee, but I remember the Kristen.
We just need to start adding all of these songs that we sing to a playlist. I'm honestly
about to start like a podcast where I just sing and no one will subscribe. But it's just the thesis of why we do this.
Yeah.
Is not realizing things.
We are realizing things, but we didn't realize them then.
Exactly. It's like looking back and thinking about how fundamental something like space was, a bed, a closed door that gave us the freedom to be a little bit more of who we really were.
Yeah.
And that I think is what, like, to tie this back into I'm Your Venus, it's like the stark contrast of who you got to be in your safe space and in your bedroom and in these places versus who you were outside. And that's not to say that for Venus or for queers or anyone that you don't have those moments of power outside those spaces, but it's truly in those spaces where you decide, you plan, you map. You literally referred to it as a media center, bitch, because that's who you were.
Yeah.
And that's, and like literally that was at your core. And it's like, I can just see it playing out in my head of like all of the things that just are true to who I am now.
Yeah.
Even though I abandoned some of them for a period, but I'm coming back to it. Hello, we're wearing rodeo gear that was taken out of my home because I once was ashamed of it, but now I'm proud of it and I can own it and I can reconnect with that little boy.
Yeah.
That was in the bedroom that once had like a basketball hoop above the door. Oh my God, now I'm remembering that I famously play gay volleyball. I taught myself how to set, which is the position I play, in the bedroom, sitting on the couch, setting between the ceiling fan to myself because I couldn't be openly into volleyball.
Yes, you were talking about
school,
this. Yes.
Or whatever without it being femme or being gay.
Yeah.
So I would sit in my fucking bedroom and I wanted to be a setter and I would set the ball to myself over and over and over again because no one had commentary on it.
Well, I wanted to be Britney's backup dancer, so I was constantly me against the music in my bedroom.
And how did that go? What do you have in your credits to being Britney's backup dancer?
Come see on Friday night. No.
Sorry, that was a rude question.
No.
But honestly, I've seen you.
You've seen me move.
Oh, bitch.
I've got moves.
That's the OnlyFans.
Yeah.
That's what we're putting for sale behind a paywall because, bitch, you can move and, bitch, you have passion and you are against the music.
But
in the best way.
To what you were saying, too, like while I didn't feel like I like got to express myself in like my bedroom or like visually through the bedroom or whatever, like I felt safe enough to like be that person in there. But now I like have my space. And I have all these like things up that are collected throughout my last 10 or so years of my life that are representative of me. So like everyone always talks about like, oh, I don't want to get out of bed or I don't want to leave my house.
I don't want to see that.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you say you don't leave your house because...
No, I don't because I love it here.
Because you love it here.
And now it's a studio.
And now I get that. I never felt that before because I wanted to like go and see and like pull other experiences to do that. So that's how I feel now about my space, that I'm able to actually like enjoy it, love it, and feel like it's expressive of me.
Yeah. I mean, it is so important, especially as we age.
Yeah.
Because I'm tired. But I have a question. You're an only child.
Yeah.
Your family still lives in the home you grew up in. My family still lives in the home that I grew up in.
Yeah.
Is your bedroom still what it was when you were there? Like, what is the vibe now?
So again, it's kind of full circle because they like redid the interior of their house. And as my parents were redoing it, they were consulting me specifically on like my room, but I was like consulting them on like color choice and everything throughout the house. So I got to like actually contribute to what my room looks like now.
You reclaimed your bedroom.
Exactly. And now it's like a zen green space. And
because I bet you feel zen.
Yeah. But it really is like fun to go back and like remember the memories there, but also like feel like it is a true expression of myself now in my family's home and is reflective of me. What about you? What's that like?
I mean, you were just there.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because, I had a younger brother.
Yep.
And so when I left for college, eventually, as he should, he took over the upstairs bedroom, the big bedroom. And then when he left home, my mom almost turned it back into a shrine of me, which, hello, iconic.
Yeah.
Like, I want that now. But what was interesting is that, my mom is the ultimate title holder.
Yeah.
And she's been on this journey with me. And there was a moment as I started to be more vulnerable with her and share more about my experience and all of these things, that it kind of clicked for her. And she was like, maybe he doesn't want to come back to a place that feels like what he felt when he was here.
Yeah.
And I remember that was such an important moment for me with my mom and her seeing me and seeing who I am and just protecting that. And so there was a period of time where she asked me, she's like, do you want this, whatever. I will say I went home one year and for Christmas, and the door was decorated with a Christmas tree, and it was all of Beyonce photos. It was like a Beyonce collage.
Yeah.
But eventually we had a conversation about it. We came to an agreement. And now the grandchild takes over the room.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah.
And he should, right? Like
let him have that experience in that space to like figure that out similarly.
I hope that he finds himself in there too.
Yeah.
And so going home recently, probably for the last, 3 years, has been tumultuous. It's had feelings. I adore my mom and dad. They are my people, but it's loaded. And so I haven't stayed in my room.
Mm-hmm.
And I told myself it was because it was Ty's now. And because it was like, this is his room and whatever. And I think the reality is because I wasn't ready to like face some of those demons.
Yeah.
And it didn't feel like home.
Yeah.
When I would go back there and stay there. And I felt disconnected from who I was as a person, who I'd become. And it was too much. And thanks to a lot of therapy.
Yeah.
When we were back for Northeast Arkansas Pride, I almost didn't stay there, and I decided to. And to be there on my terms and as who I am now, and to look back because of what we're doing here and because of all of these things that we've talked about, and realize and be able to celebrate the little hunter that was there, and look at the photos and look at all of those things and laugh and not feel anything other than joy and appreciation for the kid that lived in that room.
Yes, connected.
With an industrial size fucking fan and porn playing in the corner and a fucking tanning bed off to the side. Like, it was really special. And so I would say that like going back there for a while felt weird, and now it feels like I'm connected to that again, and that it brings me joy.
Yeah.
And I even brought my cowboy Bible from there.
Straight from Bono.
Straight from Bono, honey, on set. But yeah, it feels, I mean, if you would have asked me this a month ago, I would have had a different answer. But the experience that we had in my hometown together that I can't wait to share is so special. And so now I would say I feel at home again.
Yeah. It's so funny because obviously so many symbols of us going back to Arkansas, but to your point, to be connected at the source, the true source, and seeing new parts of you or hearing new stories for the first time, and thinking about that as the journey of the bedroom and how it turns over and new cycles, and seeing you do that throughout your last 10-15 years is just it's perfect for why that bedroom theory, or not theory, but the bedroom metaphor as a journey for your own experience is very relevant.
Yeah.
So
what about you? What do you feel when you go back to the linens?
To the linens. Well, now it feels nice going back now, because to your point, I think when I would go home, I feel like a kid again. A little bit.
Well, and that's part of the queer experience is that I didn't plan to go here, but part of the queer experience is that sometimes we're always treated like kids because we don't get married and have partners.
Yeah.
And so it's we're always at the kids' table.
Yeah.
Because we didn't do the landmark marriage that everyone considers crossing into adulthood.
Yeah.
And that will fuck us up. That's fucked up. So title holders, don't do that to your kids. But it is it's sometimes it feels like stepping back into a place that you no longer belong.
Yeah. Even as you were saying that, I don't think I ever put that in my head, oh, I'm coming back to a place that like I had both positive and these like darker memories because of like we were talking about, like praying that we weren't gay when we would go to sleep, you know, like in those bedrooms. But like coming back now, it feels like a refreshed like adult version of that experience.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's the thing too, is like you said this and we teased it in the episode, but it's like we've talked a lot about the joy that we had in those bedrooms, but like also it was dark in there sometimes. Battling with who we are. I remember coming back from a very traumatic experience at church camp and just, you know, like as much as I loved watching porn in the corner in certain moments, I like didn't want to be there anymore. And it's just such a sacred place. And that's like, again, to bring it back to the beginning, it's like that was the first safe space. That was our first commune. That was the first queer-coded country commune. Was the bedroom. And it's because of what we were able to be and feel on our own. And with the Kyles.
Obviously.
That we became who we are today. And it's like really beautiful. And, you know, I think it's a journey, right? And we are both, I think this is a pretty Southern experience, but like probably a pretty small town experience, that the fact that like the place where our families live today is also where we were raised. I don't have memories of another space. So when we walked into the barn, it was handwriting from like 4th grade me. Sugar gets 2 scoops. Sugar gets 2 scoops of oats and a little, I don't know what else, you know? And that's special. I acknowledge that that's special. I think that that's something that feels so natural to us as queer small town Southern boys, but is not necessarily the thing, right? Like I haven't even grappled with what a world without that would mean, without that home.
Oh no. And like I even think like, because it's very like we were even talking about this, like the fact that I had this bedroom that I didn't really feel like fit me, but now being able to like make those decisions and like build the world around me and put up whatever I want, like that is very representative of my own personal queer experience with like coming out, feeling how comfortable it was, not feeling like I could externalize it. So now there's a man's butt on my wall, so you know.
Well, hey.
Well, hey.
To men's butts.
Men's butts.
On my walls, there's a crocheted dick. 2 dicks simultaneously ejaculating and 1 dick with a slinky around it.
You got any parting shots?
Oh my God, my parting shots. Watch I'm Your Venus and Paris is Burning. Create safe spaces for your children, for your friends, for your family. And if you don't have a safe space, find it, because we are never too old to continue discovering who we are and who we want to be. It does not stop because we leave home or we get married or we do whatever. It is always present. We do not have to be who we were then, and we don't have to be who we are now in 10 years. And anyways, I'll probably still be sucking dicks for 20 years, but yeah, what about you?
My parting shot is that bedrooms can be a safe space, but also they can be an unconscious externalization of inner turmoil.
Okay, SAT score.
No, I think my actual parting shot is that just realizing things, but realizing
we're gonna have to pay Kylie Jenner at some point.
I mean, I know, I'm scared. Kylie, we love you.
Please, you're rich enough.
Plump our lips. But
we bought the lip kit.
That it really is kind of cool to like see the like bedroom as this like representative journey of my own and where I'm at now.
Yeah. Well,
should we?
First time on the news set. Yeehaw to Yes Queen, the part where producer Sammy will flash things before our eyes.
That's right.
And we rate them on a scale of yeehaw to Yes Queen. And Tucker, I'm about to burp, so can you describe the difference in yeehaw and Yes Queen?
Yeehaw is country. It's core to the South. it's something that is so tied to that experience, while Yes Queen is something that makes you scream yes, is iconic, and is just all about standing in who you are.
And neither are bad.
Exactly.
So, Producer Sammy, we turn to you. Stained glass windows. Oh, I know. They're Yes Queen because they're cunt.
Yeah.
They're Yeehaw because they're in every church where this cowboy Bible was, baby.
I think Yes Queen for sure. I mean, hello. Imagine the light coming. You know, I love light and shadows. Imagine the light coming through on the stained glass.
Honey, on that face, that mug, with those fringe titties, bitch, that's Yes Queen.
The Playboy Bunny tan line.
Both.
It's the intersection of Yeehaw and Yes Queen.
That is the 30% that is the perfect intersection of Yeehaw to Yes Queen. Case closed.
I am telling you, I was like, Mom, let me tag along with you to go to the gym, when really I just wanted to get in the tan bed for 15 minutes just so I could make sure that bunny was popping.
Oh my God, that's funny that you say that, because I remember going to the trim gym with my mom so that I could jack off in the steam room with we'll have to bleep that after. Collages. Yes, Queen. Oh my God, but Hobby Lobby?
I think a collage is Yes Queen, because I think it is like vision boarding, mood boarding. It's all about like, what's the vision? Can I live it? How will I manifest it?
And I think it's Yeehaw because capitalism would put that same board in Hobby Lobby.
Yeah.
Well, hey again.
Hey again.
Are we going to nail it the first time on our new set? Or
let me get set up now.
Are we, honey, reaching back. Your my sciatica's going to jump out and fuck with you.
Okay. And to that we say,
y'all come back now, you queer. Queer Coded Country is created and hosted by Hunter Poole and Tucker Travis. Produced and edited by Sammy Junio.